to Breaking Dawn. Breaking Dawn. Breaking Dawn.
Doesn't it? And we are fast approaching the Breaking On Christmas party on December the 13th. Tickets were made available to the public yesterday at all sports and games nationwide. Of course, Rajba in St. Augustine and online at trinbagoevents.com. So for those of you who got cracking yesterday, good, well done, in getting your tickets early, because that's what we're trying to achieve. We're trying to achieve people getting their tickets early. Now, we're coming off the back of an interesting Monday in terms of the budget and the date and things like that. I don't know what the keepback is in terms of the budget presentation, but we'll get into the news day, all right? But I think this budget, it cannot go later than Monday, all right? It just can't go later than Monday. I'm telling you. Past the 13th is going to be too late, because you got to present on a Monday, then the opposition responds on a Friday, and then the debate starts from the Friday when the opposition leader responds. So I mean, you're looking at to the end of October if you start on the 13th. If you go later than that, you're going into November. This is insane. Okay, so we need to get something going. In the meantime, I don't know how many of you saw the new bridge in Guyana. We'll show you that in a little bit. As a matter of fact, thousands of people crossed the bridge yesterday walking. Up to yesterday evening, they were beating drums and dancing going across the bridge, man. All right, so we'll see if we can get that video for you. We will deal with the issue of school violence that took place, a fight. I'm just going to use that as an example. It happened yesterday in Port of Spain, but we're going to use it as an example to continue the discussion on this problem that we have amongst youth, right? Particularly girls. And I keep saying it for years now. I mean, it's in now this happening. It's years now. We keep looking at, single parents' homes and things like that, and we keep looking at gangs and who recruit these young men. But we have a serious girl problem, female problem. 90% of the fights and the brawls and the arguments are taking place, especially in these schools, are with girl children. What's going on with them? Anyway, Commissioner of Police says ACIB will hunt corruption despite move. And Hussein says PM's realignment will remove red tape, quicker land titles. All right, so we're going to get into the paper this morning. Very quickly here. Newly named Land and Legal Affairs Minister Saddam Hussein said bringing all issues regarding land under one ministry will lead to a quicker, efficient, transparent and accountable distribution of state lands and regularization of tenure. All right, so you can read that. That's on page 3. First Citizens Board. We have the First Citizens Board, FCB Board. We have that headline. Yeah, put that up for me. The First Citizens Group Board is expected to resign on October the 7th, a day before a special general meeting will be held to nominate new board members for the group. And this is the latest chapter in the shake-up at the state-owned bank, starting with the resignation of Group CEO Karen Debesi, whose registration takes effect on October the 21st. All right? So Newsday was told in August that the BC submitted her resignation to Corporation Sole Finance Minister Dave Tanku on August the 20th. All right? So new FCB board coming into play. Commissioner of Police has faith and trust in ACIB despite the move, and that is the Anti-Corruption Investigation Bureau. Okay? And the relocation is that they will be moving to the Office of the Attorney General. All right? 6 years after it was moved to prevent possible political interference. So, it moving, yeah. That. Yeah, it moving to the Office of the Attorney General, yeah. As a government, right, it should have been published as a government department under the HE's office. So they're going to be moving to the HE's office. Well, this was the greatest. Give me the, wait till I label this boy, PRO? The budget, the budget announcement mistakenly shared. Oh yeah, this is what was mistakenly shared. Right? But there is a headline there. I can't remember what I label it now, boy. Just now. It have a headline there with it's saying budget announcement mistakenly shared by UNCPRO. The headline is there. Let me just pull it up here. I know it's there because I know I sent it. I know it's about 10 headlines I sent for you. But you see, you don't know whose cook may go. You don't know whose cook may go. All right, I'll tell you what the name of it is. UNCPRO. The one labeled UNCPRO. Yeah. So this is the greatest. So, budget announcement mistakenly shared by UNCPRO. UNC Public Relations Officer Dr. Kirk Megu says he mistakenly shared a flyer circulating on social media that claimed the budget will be presented on October the 13th. Megu sent the flyer to a Newsday journalist via WhatsApp on October the 6th at around 7:20 p.m. The flyer with a picture of Finance Minister Dave Tanku in the foreground and the Red House in the background read Monday, October the 13th at 1:30 p.m. National budget, blah, 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 right? However, Megu deleted the message minutes later and apologized saying, quote, no official announcement has been made. I mistakenly shared someone else's post. Let me just stick a pin right here. Put back up the picture that you had before. You are the PRO. That's Public Relations Officer. How do you mistakenly share that? Fellas, this is not this is not something somebody type out and it's just a text you're sharing, right? It's in a WhatsApp message. This is a graphic. With the Red House in the background, Dave Tanku, Monday the 13th of October, 1:30 p.m. national budget. To start with, if you are the PRO of the United National Congress, why are you sharing somebody else's post? Who does that? So you just on social media and see somebody post this and decide to send it to the Newsday? Seriously? I am, you see, this is what happens, and I keep saying it, you do not have a minister of communication. You do not have a communication ministry. So you know what happening? Everybody want to talk, and everybody want to give information, and that leads to confusion. Yeah, I'm telling you, you might think you don't need a communication department, but I could guarantee you, you do. So things like that supposed to go through your communication department. If you're telling everybody to stay in the lane, it goes through their communication department. Every communication to the public goes through your communication minister, through your communication department or your ministry. So that when the Minister of Defense or the Minister of Homeland Security or the Minister of Education or the Minister of this one or whatever, when it have any media asks them any particular question that is above the pay grade, refer to the Ministry of Communication. You want to find out the date on the budget? The Ministry of Communication will release the date or will communicate to the media so that the public knows when the national budget date is, and it will come through the proper channels of the Ministry of Communication. We cannot comment on that. We have not been given the date. Talk done. One message goes out through one ministry, through one minister, and that's it. And of course, those messages that go out, those communications, are approved by the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. But you cannot tell me that you are the PRO of a political party that is holding the government, and you just stumble across this post on social media that somebody posts and decide to share it to the media. Let me turn the page, because you see, I ain't up for the BS this morning. I talk enough of that. Calls to put site-saving meds on CDAP. I think that's going to be a good move. We'll see what happens there. Buko Reef Committee holds emergency meeting. Did sunken boat break marine park rules? This was the boat that sank in Tobago by no man's land. Yeah. Met Service warns of soaring October temperatures. Only about a week late. Fellas, they're telling you about the soaring heat after about a week of it. They're not supposed to tell you about it before. I tell you. Given the people abandoned, the abandoned headline from the opposition leader. So Beckles says people feel abandoned since election. Opposition leader Penelope Beckles says many citizens feel abandoned by the UNC since the April 28 general election. Beckles, who is also PNM political leader, made this observation during a meeting with members of the party's Toko Sangre Grande constituency executive in Toko Sangre Grande on October the 1st. So she is saying that, the people are feeling abandoned. I don't think it's abandoned. I think it's limbo. We're in limbo. Now, I did see, and I have to give the corporation some props. Remember, I made some noise about it, about the condition of the parks, the overgrown grass, the garbage, things like that. And then the mayor came out and he said that they had a surplus and they want to purchase these garbage trucks, the new garbage trucks and so on, more up-to-date thing. And I said, well, if you have a surplus, why the parks looking like that? Because they're in charge of the parks. Well, I could tell you, Jackson Square, looking good now. The park down by Rosalino Street, looking good now. I had to pass by King George to see how it's going because I didn't pass there yesterday. But the parks are in good order now. They went, they cut the grass, thing looking decent. All right? Nice. Work the surplus, man. Give me the Cal headline. I think we have that right. Nice. Cal continues Venezuela flight suspension for October. So the suspension of Caribbean Airlines flights to Caracas, Venezuela, from Trinidad and Tobago will continue till the end of October. So that suspension is in play until the end of October. A soldier was robbed as well. You have that one? Soldier robbed at gunpoint in Canupia. Yeah. A defense force soldier was robbed at gunpoint in Canupia on the night of October the 5th. Report said that the 27-year-old private was in his Kia Sonata. Wait, not Kia Sonata? Anyway, a good vehicle. Anyway, with a Canupia woman in Marshall Trace around 11 p.m., October 5th, when two gunmen accosted them and announced a robbery. And they took the soldier's cell phone, which is worth $3,800, and the vehicle valued at $212,000. Well, boy, I get catch like that already. Yeah. Oh, Jesus, Lord have mercy. De Solier reported that his military-issued uniform and bulletproof vest were inside the car at the time of the robbery. So we have two bandits out here now with a military-issued uniform and a bulletproof vest. Lord Father. The First Peoples Chief has called for justice for indigenous people. That article is on page 10. Forever 15 family marks what would have been Izzy's 17th birthday. That is Isabella Tiloxing. All right. And she was just 15 years old when her life was cut short by gunfire in January of 2024 near the family's home. All right. A Laventille man has been freed of a 2007 quadruple murder of a cop and family. Pop that headline for me. This was very interesting. Yes. So, a Laventille man jointly charged for the 2007 murders of WPC Elizabeth Sunderland, her husband, daughter, and a family friend, was released from custody on October the 6th after a High Court judge ruled that the confessions forming the backbone of the state's case were inadmissible. This is another situation where the state case collapsed. But I could understand why it collapsed this time. All right? Now, the article goes on to tell you, right. So, Zwadi Gomez, he was jointly charged with Daniel Mendoza. And this is for the murders in 2007, man. Right? Now, I just want to give you a little part of this article. Gomez was later arrested and in March 2007 allegedly confessed to acting as a lookout during the killings. However, the defense argued that the confessions were involuntary, claiming Gomez was subjected to beatings, threats, and other oppressive treatment at multiple police stations. Interview notes were recorded from Gomez on March 23, 2007, and the next day a caution statement was taken. On October 6th, Busby Earl Cadell excluded both the interview notes and the caution statement. Gomez, who was 21 years old at the time and had limited literacy, testified that officers kicked him in the head, causing a burst eardrum that resulted in permanent hearing loss. He recounted being told he would be killed if he refused to sign the interview notes and was denied food, sleep, legal representation, and basic humane treatment. Busby Earl Cadell found that the allegations of abuse were not effectively refuted and that inconsistencies and unreliable testimony from police witnesses undermined the prosecution's case. She ruled that the oppressive conditions under which Gomez was detained and lack of records rendered his confessions involuntary. The court also expressed concern about the conduct of the Justice of the Peace who took Gomez's statement, noting he admitted the accused had complained of being beaten but proceeded regardless. And because of all of those flaws in the system, this man, Gomez, that was what, 2007? He spent the last 18 years of his life in jail. Hmm. 18 years. I suspect that some level of compensation will be coming as the taxpayer will pay that bill again. Vicky Boudram bids to get bail on escaping custody charge. Director? Yeah, man. Former travel agent Vicky Boudram is set to renew her bail application on October the 7th when she returns before the High Court in San Fernando on a charge of escaping lawful custody. Bujram, also known as Victoria Samlal Singh, is expected to ask the court to vary her existing bail, arguing that she has already served the maximum possible sentence for the offense. Oh, good Lord of mercy. I tell you. Either table, now. Let me close the papers. All right, let me close it. I think I went through the majority of them. There is also a new board that has been appointed to the Chaguaramas Development Authority, the CDA. I hope that that board takes a look at Chaguaramas in a very, we need some development. If you name the Chaguaramas Development Authority, all the develop the area proper now. And you see this habit of wrecking vehicles. People just go to take the trek up Bamboo Cathedral and so on and so forth. People there's use down in Chaguaramas there for fitness and exercise, right? But there has been an issue of wrecking that takes place and that kind of thing because they want you to park in the car park so you can spend $20 or whatever now. I think it's something to that effect. Take a look at that now and try to accommodate people. All right? That bike lane as well. Only need to look at that. Anybody ever see any cyclist riding a bike in the bike lane in Chaguaramas? Anybody ever see any cyclist cycling in that bike lane? That bike lane take away a whole shoulder. Now, I ain't disrespecting the cyclists, and I understand. I know why it happened, and I remember there were certain incidents with cyclists getting knocked down and so on and so forth, and it was a step that was put in place, right? But I have never seen any cyclist using that. Now, I could be mistaken because I'm not down in Chaguaramas, but every time I down in Chaguaramas, every time I drive down in Chaguaramas, I have never seen a cyclist using that lane. So I don't know. I don't know what they need to do. I don't know. Anyway, we got to go to the break. When we come back from the break, we'll take a look at that school issue that took place. Oh, and by the way, Breakfast Shed vendors are open to talks with UDCOT and, all the legal issues that have to take place. They're open to the talks. So we'll see what happens to the Breakfast Shed as well. All right? But I hope they come to some sort of agreement, because I think it is a good brand, it is a good product, it just needs a little tweaking, if you ask me. Okay? Why we have all these YouTube videos from... Oh, okay, I know what that's about. Lord Father, I tell you, person send... Is a whole album of video to send? All right. So I want to remind you about Chef Shiraz. Today is what? October the 7th. So, boy. So Chef still has a couple courses. One in November. On November the 15th, he has a certificate in culinary arts. So make sure and get signed up for that. And the diploma in culinary arts, a date still has to be announced for that. But you can call Chef and get more information on 372-4639, that is 372-4639, or 737-5097. All right, so make sure, give Chef Shiraz a call and organize yourselves, all right? This is part of the September-November 2025 courses. And of course, everything in September and October has all, registration done pass and the courses going on or have been completed. And you just have the 15th of November and then the diploma in culinary arts to be announced. Also, the Keolik products, we have the Keolik range of products and it's backed by science. They got over 900 scientific research and clinical trials and several products in the Keolik range, including the cleanse and digestion, the blood pressure health, the cholesterol health, the total heart health, and the circulation health. They do have the Keo Green Powder drink mix, and that's a unique blend of superfoods that provide balanced nutritional benefits for the whole body. All right, so you can make sure and check that out as well. And they do have the Keo Doppler's probiotics as well. That is also available. So to get any one of these products, all you need to do is visit a pharmacy or health store across the country, and you will get all the information at the pharmacy or the health store if you have any questions. But to get more in-depth information, you could WhatsApp 728-0338. That is 728-0338. With that, we take the first break. I went a little long in the news day, but it had a lot of things to go through. We take a break. When we come back from the break, the issue with the school children yesterday, I know I said that we won't be playing these things, but it's just to connect this whole problem that we have with these young people and, the influence, the violence, this kind of culture that has been created, and especially the problem that we have with girl children. And there was one thing to take away from the video that you will see when we return. It was the actions by the adults to step in and, separate them and send them on their way. Because, a lot of times we've seen these fights and, like adults are afraid to step in, but there was a group of men that stepped in and took action, and, we'll deal with that when we return. Stay tuned.
Ostomy care is a unique and intimate condition that can seem challenging for individuals afflicted by it. At Better Life Ostomy Care, they understand and offer a wide range of products and services that will allow ostomates to lead a better life. From colostomy and urostomy pouches, paste and powders, antibacterial wipes, Brava strips, deodorants, gloves, gauze, bed liners, and much, much more. They also have RN care available for ostomy home care with affordable starter packages. No need to look for nurse or supply. Everything is just a phone call away. Better Life Ostomy Care is located at number 4 Mosque Street, Caroni. You can call them at 308-6709 or 472-5878 or visit their website at www.betterlifeostomycareTT.com to find out more about their offerings. You can also write to them at betterlifeostomycarettt@gmail.com or find them on Facebook. Better Life Ostomy Care, servicing ostomates with a better quality of life.
Calling all choir. This is TNT's first gospel choir event of its kind. It's finally here. This is Divine Harmony. Choirs from all over the country will vie for over $250,000 in prizes. Semi-final round, the East-West Corridor, Saturday, September 20th, Central and South Trinidad, Saturday, September 27th, and Tobago, Saturday, October 4th. To register, call 719-9599. TNT, get ready. This is Divine Harmony.
Everybody say it.
Welcome to South Point Hotel Barbados, your gateway to a luxury oasis of tranquility, comfort, and impeccable service. Nestled along the popular south coast of Barbados, South Point Hotel is a true haven for those seeking relaxation, rejuvenation, and unforgettable experiences. From the moment you arrive, you'll be enveloped by an ambiance of serenity that effortlessly blends with the stunning flora and fauna surrounding you. The accommodations are spacious, elegant, and thoughtfully designed to ensure maximum comfort. Each room offers a perfect retreat where you can unwind, rejuvenate, and be pampered with the exceptional service of attentive staff. Indulge in the extraordinary at Driftwood, the in-house restaurant, where culinary excellence meets coastal charm. Driftwood's menu is a celebration of fresh, local ingredients, expertly crafted to create a dining experience that will take your palate on a delightful gastronomic journey the Bajan way. Whether you're here to relax by the pool, enjoy a delicious meal, or explore the enchanting beaches nearby, every moment at South Point Hotel is crafted to exceed your expectations. Book your stay today and immerse yourself in the luxury oasis that South Point Hotel offers. Discover a destination where every detail is thoughtfully curated for your enjoyment. South Point Hotel Barbados, creating memories that last a lifetime. For reservations, email them at reservations@southpointhotelbarbados.com or call 1246-424-7744 or check out the website www.southpointbarbados.com.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And the Break It Dawn Christmas party is here, people. Saturday, December the 13th, Center of Excellence, Garden Sanctuary from 6 p.m. to 12 midnight. Get your tickets now. This is a premium drinks inclusive. You can get your tickets at the following outlets. All Sports and Games. Sports and Games in Grand Bazaar, Tunapuna, Trin City Mall, Price Plaza, Long Circular Mall, Gulf City Mall and West Mall. That's 7 locations. You can also get tickets at Raj Bar in St. Augustine, or you can get your tickets online. For those of you in Tobago, go online at trinbagoevents.com and purchase your tickets. Get your tickets early. We have live entertainment, like I said, premium drinks inclusive, food on sale, and it is Winter Wonderland this year, so the dress code is wear white. I will see you at the Center of Excellence Garden Sanctuary on Saturday, 13th of December for the Breaking Dawn Christmas party. And remember, part proceeds go to children with cerebral palsy.
Namaste. I am Pandit Jairam, 3580103 from Trinidad and Tobago. If you are facing any kind of problem in life, be it planetary obstacles, delays in marriage, issue in having children, troubles in business or job, health concerns, or lack of peace of mind, I provide the right astrological guidance and remedies. Every problem has a solution according to your birth chart and planetary positions. Do not delay. Whether your issue is small or big, answer to your questions are here. Contact Pandit Jairam, 3580103. Trinidad and Tobago. The path to solving your problems begins today.
The season of lights is bright and tasty with Royal Castle's delightful veggie burger made with a healthy and nutritious patty. It's great on its own or in a combo with one side and a 16-ounce drink. So whether it's lunch, dinner or a snack, Royal Castle's veggie burger fits right in with your fasting and festivities. Happy Diwali from Royal Castle.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
All right, people, so we're back on Breaking Dawn. Fella, before I get to the school incident, right? Because we have Setwayo coming up in the second hour. Okay? Let me just open the phone. I went through a lot of headlines there in the paper this morning. Now, the issue with the UNCPRO, with MEGO, right? Now, during the break I was saying, you know, one of the things that I have said over the last 10 years is I don't like nobody that has insulted my intelligence or attempt to insult my intelligence. And it bothered me during the break that, you know, the country is, and I'm going to tie this into what the opposition leader said by saying that people feel abandoned since the election. Now, whether or not that is people in our meeting that they hold, or the rest of the country, because everybody seems to be in limbo, or the country seems to be in some sort of limbo waiting on this budget day, because the election was April 28th. I have mentioned during the course of this program that I think that is one of the problems. When you have an election in April and then the government has to wait because September, October is around the time that a budget is presented, right? You have fiscal year coming to an end. You have business people that right now, they're waiting to see what is going to take place in the budget, what direction the government is taking. We know that the Prime Minister recently went to the UN, GA, and certain things came out of that, including a $94 million investment by China, And then we also had the Dragon Gas deal with the OFAC license back on the table. We know to have a lot of tralala with that, but we will see who they're negotiating with, because I understand that the US is pushing for that regime change in Venezuela, and it might happen sooner than later. All right, so I don't know if that is part of the play, but that is a whole, let me stick a pin in that right now. We're dealing with fiscal year come to an end, right? Everybody now is waiting to sort of set their sights on the next fiscal year, which is 25-26. We have a lot of things coming up. You have Christmas, into Carnival, into all kind of things. We have Diwali is this month. I didn't even know Diwali was October, right? Until the other day I checked the calendar. So we have a lot of, it have a lot of things that people have to plan for, right? Not just for their business, but their employees, so on and so forth. People have to know how they're moving forward, and in order to do that, they have to know where the economy is, what the government plans are from a financial or economic standpoint, in order to chart their course moving forward. And we're here in a kind of limbo waiting on this budget date. Now, you have the PRO, the Public Relations Officer of the United National Congress, saying that he mistakenly shared the budget date. Now, I read part of the article where he say he shared somebody else's post. But that had to be the most irresponsible thing you could do as a PRO, is to send somebody else's post, something that has not, according to him, not been finalized or cleared or anything like that, to be shared to the media. Right? Because he post it on the page, you know, to say, as the PRO of the party, if you see this post, this is fake news. He ain't post it like that, you know. He take it and he send it to the Newsday according to what the article say, you know. And then come to backtrack now to say, well, he mistakenly shared it. It was somebody else's post and blah, 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 which I don't, listen, like I said, I do like nobody to try to insult my intelligence, and neither should the audience. Right? But what is the secrecy about the budget date? You know, why the suspense? Especially at a time when a lot of people are waiting to see what happens in order to move forward. And then you have the opposition leader. You see, these are the things that opens the door now for the opposition to jump out and say, people feel abandoned, and create the narrative, whether that is reality or otherwise, is based on an individual's feeling, right? Not a collective feeling, but each individual as a, you know, and what they go through and their circumstances. So let me just open the phone line here and find out from you, you know, if this budget date, the suspense of this budget date, I mean, shouldn't we, I mean, I think this should have been announced already. Today's the 7th of October, and all we're hearing is very soon. We need a date. Morning.
Hey, Stefan, Dago Central, how are you going?
Yes, I go ahead.
Well, I share a flyer. I sent a flyer to you this morning.
I see that, yes. But you know, I can't post that up because, you know, I haven't seen anything, I haven't heard anything come out from the government, officially.
Well, you know where I get that one from, so.
Yeah, but you know, everybody can understand the lane.
Yeah, but Stefan, I think we've been, well, Penny and them could say what they want because they could feel abandoned because they thought they was going to win the last election. And that is, they had to deal with that cross. But the situation is this. Let us remember Betsy Ram said that the deficit last year was more around $11 billion. This government, when it came in April, after April 28th, was met with ministries having absolutely no money after 6 months. So they had to fix that. And also put the country on a track going forward. And considering all these restrictions and all the pitfalls and the issues, especially where money is concerned, they have not done a bad job in the short time they have been there. You're seeing crime coming going on a downfall. You're seeing a commissioner who's coming out and showing that he's competent and he knows what he's about. You're seeing the ministries and things happening. You're seeing WASA outside fixing leaks. I mean, I've been, there are some leaks up in St. Anne's that have been there in the previous Prime Minister's constituency, which he has not dealt with it when he was there for 10 years. And they're fixing stuff up on those areas. Now, they did work in certain areas, but when they do the work, 2 days after it leaking, but they come in now and they're seeing a lot of repairs going on. So it's not to say people not seeing what's going on, and everybody, yes, they're anticipating, but they have to understand that this government trying to fix 10 years of mismanagement and present a budget that will be, that people expecting that we're going to make their lives a lot easier in 5 months is a very tall order. So
it's a tall order,
considering
especially
that
when
they're still managing, still managing to get it done in the second week. Hopefully the second week.
But I mean, if it's the second week and it is the 13th of October, just announce the damn date and let's get on with it. You understand what I'm saying?
I will agree with you with one thing with Kurt Mago. He for a very intelligent young man, he seems to be the weakest link in the UNC right now. he has misspoken and put in. I mean, I'm really not impressed with him for a highly educated young man, but they should find somebody else to be PRO. But that's my contribution.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, somebody that song like a Trinidadian, especially Lord Father. Morning, share thoughts.
Morning, Stefan. Stefan, it's really unreasonable. It's really unreasonable to want any government to try to do everything with one budget. That is unreasonable, right? Nobody expected, if it is for 10 years you're in opposition and you see all the ills, and when you go in, I don't think it's reasonable to even think about doing anything in 1 year, further less than 5 months. Now, it has some things that is, to me, is elementary in running a government. One of them is budgets. That's an elementary routine. That is not a new thing, it's not a special. I mean, yes, it's special, but it's not something that is out of the way.
In order for a government to function, they must have a budget.
Right. And has certain things and that, which announcing the budget date is not something unreasonable to.
Hello?
That's not an unreasonable thing. That's reasonable. Nobody being unfair, nobody being a PNM sycophant to want you to say, hey, when is the budget date? Because
especially when we already are week into October.
And Diwali is the 20th, that's on Monday?
Diwali is the 20th, that's on Monday, so it can't be that Monday.
It can't be that Monday.
And it can't be the Monday after that. So it had to be the 13th.
So what is the... Now, we bash the PNM for all kind of things with secret and this and that and transparency and something like the budget date. Come on, man.
I just find it personally, there is too much suspense and the country's in too much limbo over just announcing a date.
Right? And,
you understand? Nobody is saying, look, present the budget tomorrow, All we're saying is, well, when is the date?
No. Yeah. And we're not saying that we wanted to, in this budget, pack everything to undo for 10 years and all of that. Is the date we want.
We date and...
You could do all the work in between and all of that.
Yeah, man.
So the uncertainty, the last thing, this move of the anti-corruption in the
AG's office, yes, to the office of the Attorney General.
Is that I don't expect that to stay quiet because that was moved and it was supported being moved because a lot of things was going on with anti-corruption and people didn't want the look of a government or a political, closely political office, and you have police working there, and the looks of that is not something, it's not a good thing. I don't think it's a good thing. I think the police should always there's a separation between police work and the
office of the Attorney General or government.
Yeah, I'm not supporting that at all. All right, thanks.
All right, cool, man, no problem. Yeah, and I want them to understand, I am not saying that, listen, we want budget today, no. I'm saying that at least, well, you know, let me kill the suspense and just announce it now. So people could be prepared. It gives you a little while now, when you announce the date, let's say you announce the date today, it gives you Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to put out information and little hints as to what is coming in the budget. Not necessarily, both on, you know, things that might be coming from an economic standpoint, your economic plans, and some hints of some of the corruption that might have taken place over the last 10 years that you will be going through, so that people anticipate this thing now. So they're glued to the TV and they're listening. Morning.
Morning, Mr. Stefan.
What's going on, my brother? Talk to us.
Well, I honestly believe the PRO of the UNC should be changed. Should get somebody else around that position. But he made some comments initially before.
On Eric Williams?
Public and the PNM chastised them on that business with the Federation and things.
Right.
Right? CNC3 had stated they had reached out to, CNC3 I believe had reached out to some former finance ministers. And I don't know if under the law, they have the whole of October to deal with, and it could come at the end of October, they say, according to CNC3 News.
Okay.
For that budget date.
But I think that's going to be late, you know.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Well, the budget date already bother me. Tell the truth.
Okay.
Right? And it really bothering the 84 people out there and the minimum wage.
All right.
Let me say I get up and face the grocery.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, that ain't really bothering nobody. You know is the budget date in America? You know is the budget date in the United Kingdom? You ever see anybody sit down and watch read the budget? First of all, you can't read the budget in America. You can't do that.
Okay.
The book, the budget document, you can't lift it up. Nobody don't read no budget in America. Nobody don't read that. You can't read that.
Right.
Right? They take a trolley and push the budget out on a trolley for the House of Representatives in America. Look, I was sending a video.
Yeah,
nobody don't read no budget, everybody.
Yeah.
Right? Right? But yes, the budget is crucial because we have the end of the financial year. We need monies to be released, right, from the treasury, so everybody can get a pension and a pay and everything. So there's a lot of timing for everything. That budget didn't really bother me.
All right.
That didn't bother me at all. That didn't bother me at all. Me losing no sleep over that.
All right.
I just fry my 3 eggs, I hot my coffee, and I just not going to work. I got to go.
All right, man.
Right.
Cool. Good again. I'll probably be able to squeeze about 2 more. Hello, good morning. Morning.
Stefan, the first comment that I would like to make, people have been feeling abandoned long before the 28th of April 2025. I don't know why it is people playing stupid. Right? That really get me annoyed this morning.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right? As a public servant, I feel abandoned since 2015.
Oh, God.
You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Yeah.
Right? The next point I would like to make, this government was not aware of the state of the country's finances when they win election.
Right.
The unpreparedness to what they met in the treasury was evident for everybody to see the day or 2 days after they would have taken office.
Okay.
Right? I believe they were very ill prepared to meet the state of the treasury in the place it was, even dealing with ministries, saying that in the mid-year, all ministry expenditure had already been exhausted.
Right.
You understand? And I honestly think as Trinidadians, we're hypocrites. I want to put that in caps this morning.
Okay.
Right? Because everything another government other than the PNM does, we go through with a fine-tooth comb and chastise and overanalyze.
Okay.
Right? I don't have no problem with them not releasing the budget date. At the end of the day, what the date doing for me and you? It's not doing nothing for us. You understand? Releasing the date is not doing anything.
Right.
Right? We still have to wait for the budget to be read to see how
debated
things
and
implemented
passed.
will affect us.
Yeah. Okay. But
You
let me ask you
understand?
something
Whether
now.
they
As a
raise
pub-
VAT,
as-
decrease VAT, lower food prices, whatever, we still have to wait for it to be read. So announcing the date really is not a...
But let me ask you something. You're a public servant, right?
Yes.
Right. So you say that they would not have known the state of the economy before they got into office, correct?
No, they wouldn't.
All right. But they made a commitment to public servants with this 10%. And let's hear me out here. A lot of somebody we know that in the public servant within the public service, we know that there are political divisions. Some people prefer UNC, some people prefer PNM. So we know that while those who support the current administration, based on that promise of this 10% wage increase, they might be patient. We know that any delay in that will cause noise coming out from the other side of the public service that support the opposition. So I'm saying the budget is where you're going to find out as a public servant if that promise will be kept, or if it will be presented in this going into this fiscal year, or whatever the situation might be. But on them not knowing the financial state of the country before getting into office, then making that promise of that 10%. I mean, how do you make a promise of 10% for public servants if we go by what you just said there, that they didn't know the state of the economy before they got into office? That'd be a false promise, or a promise based on lack of information.
I understand your question. And the first thing I want to say is, yes, you will have a political divide in all spheres because people have their preferences. Right? Whether it's as a public servant or as a regular citizen. We have waited since 2013. Listen to that, 2013, to get any type of substantial increase. Remember, the last offering was 00121.
Yes.
Right? I honestly believe I have no party card for either party. I am waiting to see if we could have waited more than 10 years. Waiting a month or 2 months is not going to kill us.
Okay.
Right? I have heard the Minister of Finance say they are going to start negotiations with the public servants at 10%.
Okay.
Right? That they have obligated themselves to that, to start negotiations at 10%.
Okay.
Even if we only get 10%, that is way more than the 4% that we were being offered before.
All right. Okay.
Right? The thing is, when back pay is being paid, it is paid to all public servants. It's not paid to UNC supporters or PNM supporters based on who is in office. It's paid to everybody.
Correct.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
I understand. But we can't deny the fact that any shortcoming will be, any shortcoming opens the door for political bacchanal and commerce, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yes, of course. That's what is going to happen because, you said something and people expect you to stick by your word.
Correct.
You understand? But I still think we are being unfair. We need to give them a chance. Let us see what is going to take place. They have not even been there for a year yet. We give the other party 9.5 years.
All right, no problem. Thanks a lot. I hear you. Sorry about that. Oh gosh, I thought she went, yes? Sorry about that. I'll take this final call here before we take a break, and we'll come back in the second hour and open the phone lines again before we get to set. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Stefan.
Morning, my dear. Go ahead, share your thoughts.
So one thing I want to say, I realize that UNC people always misspoken. A guy used that term earlier this morning, that Megu misspoke. What I've realized is that they always saying outer timing things. They just come out and in the media and they say what they want to see. The same thing happened with Philip Alexander recently. And they are professionals. They should know better when they're speaking to the media,
Right.
what to say and what not to say, and choose your words carefully. It has happened in the past, and you're seeing it again. And this is causing a lot of problems, especially now that the Miss Penny will have something to say. You understand? The
Okay.
opposition has something to say. So I think the Prime Minister needs to speak to her people and let them know nobody is allowed to speak to the media unless it is authorized by her. Because they're saying what they want, when they want, how they want.
I agree.
It's like small children, they just come out and they're talking. And they are professionals.
That's right.
They're politicians for a long, long time, you know, and it looks bad.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Have a
on
good
that
one.
note, I just want to stick up in. We'll get back to the phone lines in the second hour. But, you know, this is the thing. And I said it when I was going through the news day. Megu says, as the PRO of the party, that he mistakenly shared a flyer circulating on social media. Megu sent the flyer to a Newsday journalist via WhatsApp. Right? And then he deleted the message minutes later and apologized, saying, quote, "No official announcement has been made. I mistakenly shared someone else's post." Well, brother man, unless that someone else is the Prime Minister, right? Quite frankly, plain talk, bad manners, you shouldn't have a job this morning as PRO. I've been real with you. I'm being real with you. Because I do, okay, fellas, we do our program, right? And we have to communicate with the public. We communicate with the public every morning, Monday to Friday, 6 to 8. And if you all remember, when they declared the state of emergency, remember when they declared the state of emergency, fellas? And we were sitting here in studio and we started to get messages of people asking if a state of emergency had been declared. And I said, I cannot confirm, but I'm seeing messages, but I cannot confirm if a state of emergency had indeed been declared, because the news had not come to us yet. It is only after checking some of the media houses' social media pages, and then I contacted Brandbig, and then I contacted Anil Roberts, and they sent me the document from the president, and they said it is a legitimate document. It is only after that that I came out and said, yes, we could confirm that a state of emergency was declared. In other words, if I wanted to be first to share the news, as most people do in this day and age, I would have stumbled across that or go to WhatsApp and see somebody send it to me and just say, fellas, put that up. They declare a state of emergency and run with it. You don't operate like that. You ought not to, right? Because you have not verified the information. That's why I'd have some people who just call the program and say, Stefan, you hear about so. I say, well, you know, I really haven't heard about it. You know, I mean, I have to verify that information. You do not just, nobody, no professional in media or in a job as a PRO stumbles across something on social media relating to the party that you are attached to, who is in the government, who is the government of Trinidad and Tobago, and then sends it to the media mistakenly. And if that is your excuse, that is the dumbest excuse in the history of excuses. I think you beat back Fitzgerald Hines and all with that excuse. I tell you, and all you know why this thing about Fitzgerald Hines. You understand what I'm saying? But that to me is one of the most unprofessional things that you could do. And to walk it back and say you mistakenly shared somebody else's post? Nah. If you still have a work as PRO, then something wrong. Because if I do that, I expect to be fired. I ain't trying to get nobody fired. I'm just saying, if you are taking an approach in governance, this time around, communication and accurate communication, credible communication with the public should be one of the top priorities, because it is based on your communication with the public, how you communicate with the public, what you say, what you put out to the public, what you put out to the media, how you handle certain things, is how people are going to relate to what you're doing, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. So communication is key in any organization. And your communication cannot be coming out from 5 and 6 and 7 and 10 different places. That is a recipe for chaos. And this is the third time since April 28, since all the appointments, this is the third time that I'm mentioning that. Multiple communication outlets where people are not necessarily getting things approved to put out to the media and the public is a recipe for chaos. We take a break. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Namaste. I am Pandit Jairam, 3580103 from Trinidad and Tobago. If you are facing any kind of problem in life, be it planetary obstacles, delays in marriage, issue in having children, troubles in business or job, health concerns, or lack of peace of mind, I provide the right astrological guidance and remedies. Every problem has a solution according to your birth chart and planetary positions. Do not delay. Whether your issue is small or big, answer to your questions are here. Contact Pandit Jairam, 3580103, Trinidad and Tobago. The path to solving your problems begins today.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsayn, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645 775-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
Why just manage disease when you can reverse it? At Setwaya's Holistic Health Clinic, we don't just mask symptoms, we focus on reversing illness naturally. Imagine freedom from medications and the cycle of dependence. Our approach dives deep into uncovering root causes without herbs, tonics, or medications. From diabetes and heart disease to mental health, obesity, and more, our personalized care is transforming lives. Ready to begin? Book your consultation today, either in our San Fernando office or online. Call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Your health journey starts now at Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, where transformation is within reach.
Open Minds Education, Trinidad and Tobago. Hear me now. Click in, level up. School up on your phone, you know.
Learn today, lead tomorrow. We're ready for your growth. Farm 5C6 adult class, take the oath. No traffic, no stress, just log in and post. Open Minds Education, TNT we both.
You want pass exam? Cool, we start that. Replay the lesson till the knowledge lock back. Real teacher with feedback, no copy, no chat.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Lisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Lisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Lisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Lisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
All right, people, so we're back on Breaking Dawn, 9 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock, and I want to remind you about Safety Rigging and Lifting Services Limited. They have over 2 decades of experience in rigging and lifting operations in the construction, oil, and gas industry. Services are available for offshore and land, process gas maintenance for projects, shutdowns, turnarounds, etc. Some of their specialized services include lifting and rigging awareness training, supervision and coverage during plant projects and TARs, policy review and development, site visits both on land and offshore, rig lofting management, as well as risk assessment for lifting operations. These are just some of the services that they offer. They do offer more, and their services are not limited to Trinidad and Tobago, as they can also provide these same services to the Caribbean and the South America region. So for more information, you can feel free to contact them. The number is 868-774-1498. It's on the screen, 868-774-1498. And you can also visit their website, safetyriggingandliftingconsultancy.com. All right? I want to urge you to check them out. And I also want to remind you about Eden Heights. So Eden Heights Clinic, one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean, and they offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, limb bagging, colon hydrotherapy, oxygen baths, and more. Consultation services are also available at Eden Heights, and you could get consultations in diabetes, child counseling, supplements, detox programs, arthritis, sport injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, and a lot more. All right, so you could visit them at any one of their 3 locations. They are located in Trin City, Chaguanas, and Tobago. You could also give them a call on 640-8985 or 613-7571. And you could WhatsApp them on 49399196 or email them at eatnightsdistributors@gmail.com. Make sure and check them out today and get going with your health. All right. So, as we proceed this morning, there was a little incident between some school children yesterday. We have blurred it and audio edited the footage. But my concern is that, you know, it appears that we have deployed officers to the schools. The Prime Minister has sent a clear message to these school children and their behavior. And it seems like these children, because there have been multiple reports of things still happening at schools, you know, including a student getting held with drugs and all kind of thing, you know, it appears that it don't matter. Like, either these children not getting the message, or there is something terribly wrong with the mindset of these young people these days. Right? And yes, we used to have our squabbles and things, but we still had respect for authority. In this video, run it from the start from it. Watch the amount of adults that step in here, and these children still will not calm down. Go ahead. Yeah, give me the audio too.
Somebody pick up the phone. Who picked up the phone? Who picked up the phone? Who picked up the phone? She has phone. She has phone. Take the phone. Where's your phone? Where's the phone? Somebody pick. She dropped the phone on the ground. Somebody pick up the phone. She had 10 feet with the phone. Back now with all of me. And Nisha. She looking nice.
Keep it right there for me. We had about 5 or 6 adults, men, big men. When I talk about big men, I ain't talking about the adult as adults, men with size then. You understand? That get into the middle of that. And you hear what they keep saying, but wait is wrong with all you, boy. Wait is wrong with all you. But wait is wrong with all you. Forget that. No, wait is wrong with all you. What is wrong with these girls? I ain't even saying these youths. These girl children. What kind of girl children people raising in the house now? When all of us going to school, girl used to fight, sir? It had a couple schoolboys inside of there and all trying to break up the thing. Big up to the boys and them that go into school and the school boys are trying to break up the thing too. These girls, something what it is going on? When I was growing up, they used to say girls make us sugar and spice and everything nice. But me and see no sugar and spice there. But what is going on with them? This is on the promenade in Port of Spain, you know. So I guess the next question I'd ask is, where the police? Because if you pack up your vehicle, a record go past and pick it up, you know, I don't know. So where the police? This brawl went on for over 2 minutes like that. Not a police in sight in Port of Spain. Because they were the police supposed to grab them now and carry them down to the station and let them know what time it is. No, and not for trying minors, right? I said that yesterday. But something has to be done about this generation. What it is going on with them, boy? I'm going to take the call, say, but Ole give me all your feedback because I don't know what we're supposed to do with these young girls and them, you know. Morning.
Morning. The food we eating have plenty energy. The issue is that the girls are able to get away with things that the boys are not able to get away with. But the issue is there are no real consequences. And once we start expelling children from schools, and the parents have to now pay to send them to private institutions where there's a high level of discipline and productivity, then things will begin to change. But until we are looking to do these things, and this is how parents will have to pay for the non-supervision of the children.
Okay, but
because all of them are out working.
But caller,
yeah, listen.
Let's say we expel, and the parents are not financially capable of putting their child in any other school where they could pay. What happens to the child?
No, the issue here now, this is why the parents is supposed to be more concerned with the children. So we ease up the parents too. So if the parents now are cautioning the children from home and send them to a little religious issues and everything where they are able to understand what the society does, because there's a law already that parents will be charged for not sending the children to school.
Right.
So it puts the onus way back on the parents to start from that discipline from home. Then into the school itself. Now the school administration is falling way bad. I had said before, 2 police officers, if 4 fellas confront 1 police officer, what are you going to do? So the issue now is that we supposed to have the police youth clubs and I think to assist them, the scouts and the Girl Guides to assist the police and bring about discipline. And also some of the programs that I had before, in your days before when they had sports and oral speaking, and the whole system has to be revamped.
Right.
But we're looking to put a plaster on it, and we are already looking for solutions. It's the same thing as we were talking about before at Kokomegu. Correspondence was sent to him. How did he get that information? Was it wrong? So he sent out something now, and then now he wasn't supposed to send out that. It was supposed to be announced by a certain person, and he was scolded. So now he had to retract and backtrack on whatever it is. But he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't expose no information that was sensitive to the extent. It was just a date. So while we're knocking him to fireman and trial, I think, how did he get the information? So it was already outside here, and newspaper people, they do whatever they want to get the news out first, and they don't care who get embarrassed or what happened across the board. So UNC all has to get the house in order.
But what he is saying is that he shares somebody else's post, and I'm saying as a PRO, as a PRO, before you send anything to the media, you have to get approval for that.
Yeah.
So, you understand?
Correct. I agree with that.
It must have a chain of command. It must have a chain of command and a protocol to do things.
Good. So in that sense, then, it was supposed to also be sent in that was supposed to happen. But if he says it's XYZ, whether he's lying or not, it doesn't make a difference. The information was already outside here. Now, I ain't defending him. So I'm saying the UNC has to get the house in order. So when it comes to you, it is not to be sent yet.
All right.
So somebody didn't make a mistake along the way. But we're going to do that. That is a storm in a teacup. That's a little small thing.
Yeah. All right, cool.
So what is going to come in the budget is what we're looking for to see what kind of relief, if the money will be allocated for recurrent expenditures and other issues that will now help the country to move forward. Yeah. And how can we now contribute more and do our parts and everything. And this is what we're waiting for.
Okay.
And we're impatient because and there are no magic one, they can't wait and fix everything overnight. But we'll get it done somewhere along the line. But with the school thing, they need to have consequences. Once you suspend or you expel them and the parents have to pay to send them to private schools where there's a higher level of discipline, or send them to other institutions to learn something that will help them in the future, then we begin to move forward. Until we get to that, when we're talking this and that and trying to just suspend and bring you back in. Well, I will go and spend 2 weeks home and come back out again. There's nothing in that. And this is where we're falling down.
All right.
You have a good man. I talk too long already.
Yeah, man, no problem, no problem. You don't usually talk long, so I allow you. Morning. He did mention something there, though, that I will mention after this call. Hello, good morning. What's going on, my brother? Go ahead, share thoughts.
Remain the same. And you see that situation with them girls and them, it was always like that. You won't believe that most of them fights that taking place is over them boys and them in the school. And that is sad reality.
Yeah, that is a reality. A lot of them, yeah.
Them girls and them. The majority of them fight, you see, 90% of them fight according to you saying with them girls and them is over them boys and them in the school, you know. You understand? It's sad, boy. It's sad. You have a pleasant day. Stefan, and our next thing, you're running a 2 hours program, and some of them callers just want to take forever on the phone, and then realizing that other people waiting.
Yeah. I allowed some lengthy calls this morning. I apologize for that. All right, no problem. Sometimes I like to have the discussion with a caller now. You know what I mean? So I might extend, you know, and it's when I interject and I ask a question, now the caller has to respond. So it is. I went a little conversational this morning, but yeah, I understand where you're coming from. Don't ignore us. Morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Yes, I.
Yeah. Yes. Morning.
Yes, go ahead.
Topics. There is a lot of topics, but I will stay with the kids and them, the children.
Yeah.
Stefan, 2 things it could solve very easy. Just 2 schools. 1 for boys, 1 for girls. You understand? I tell you, once you know you fight, you going in that school. You're going to get trained. Somebody has to train you first. You have to just stop fighting, change that mentality, and go to that school. Once you have a place, it won't be a jail, you know, you'll be at school. You're going to that school. You're moving as different as every other move. You're moving, traveling in Maxine taxi. Which school you're going to? I'm going to this school girl. I'm going to this school boy. She's ashamed to say this school she's going to. That is what we want here, and you will see how this problem goes solve. Have a nice day.
All right, no problem. That's now, eh? Okay, that's now. Ooh, do I have a lot of, let's see. Let me get this one quick. Hello, good morning. 7:24 across the country. Morning.
Morning, Stefan. Man, wrong here, boy.
Yes, man.
Boy, it's real hard to get to your program now, boy.
I know.
Christmas will be more worse, boy.
But you're inside.
Stefan, for real. Stefan, you have any ideas what them girls and them fighting for, boy? If it's a boy or whatever it is?
I feel a lot of the fights is over
it has
boys.
some parents.
I think it's mainly over boys.
I want to believe so because I don't know, it's sounding like the girl saying, you honing me or something. Something like that is sounding like it. When the commercial, everybody talking about here, you're picking up a little thing like that. But by the end of the day, there are plenty parents who try to send their child to school, boy. Right? Hard or soft. And having police in the school is one, because there's our security before. But the fighting outside, but you telling me in the police spin and to have a police officer? No, but that's ridiculous to such a child in the school is right. I don't understand what's going on in this country, but I don't know what ticket.
Not a police will grab them and say, come, let me go.
But this is it. And I will tell you something, we are bashing the police, but Thursday night, and you as a media man also too, I sure you hear about that. A young boy pick up, it had 9 shot ring out, a young boy pick up 5 shot in Macaulay. Thursday evening about 5 to 7. I was now heading out to the Ramley Line, Palm Spa. And they take up the boy and send him straight to the hospital in Cuba one day. Right now we send the hospital. And you hear nothing in Ian Allen, nothing in the papers, and nothing by the police. Find out about that and you go see a young boy get shot. He's still in the hospital. Stefan, have a blessed one, brother.
All right,
enjoy the rest of the day.
Same to you. Yeah, and you know the other thing too, the other thing too is what about religion, boy? What about God? These children and them, they I mean, they're spiritual. You know what I mean? They have a spiritual side to them. Because, morning caller, go ahead. Share your thoughts.
Yes, Stefan.
Yeah, go ahead.
Blessings to you and in the studio and of course to the audience listening. Now, bro, you know I like to identify white elephants, right?
Yeah.
And the enigma for me is not having officers on the promenade at that time during the day. Because I know that there's be patrolling, harassing vendors and all kind of thing, but we will go into that. So the police service need to address not having officers around that point one.
Right.
Now we're going into the nitty-gritty. Parenting and the title parent, it is very loosely applied to persons who procreate. There's a difference between procreate and parents, and we're starting to realize that we have a lot of procreators and not many parents. Now, accountability is something, even when I was going to school, I used to hear my mother talk about it. Parents, children commit certain acts and they get away with murder, meaning the children. And parents are not held accountable for the children that they train incorrectly and send out into the public. My mother used to let me know, you embarrass me, I will break you.
Yeah.
And I knew this. You want to know why I knew it, Stefan? Because from the time I came out of her womb, the discipline that she set, she did not wait until I knew ABC and 1, 2, 3 and could have spelled encyclopedia.
Yeah.
I was taught discipline and behavior from AB coming up. You see where I'm coming from when I say parenting and procreator?
Yeah.
I believe we need to start applying our social services energy towards persons who are young, although it has the middle ages and the boomers up there who slack too, but they already gone downstream path. But you see the young parents who having children now,
yeah.
You see how nurses just come out after babies born and whatnot. I believe we need to start running programs. Not that we don't have to be governmental alone. We have a lot of NGOs, we have a lot of persons who have the time to sit with young people and teach them about what discipline probably they didn't have the opportunity to get away from their parents.
Yeah.
But we see in the put in, bro.
All right, man.
Train up a child in the how can they follow foundation, bro? You have a good one.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. I'm going again here. Let me see if I could squeeze a little 2. Maybe I could squeeze 2, maybe 3. Hello, good morning, depending on the length. But I can have it a little morning here for, yeah. Morning.
Exampling. You understand what I'm saying? Really and truly, the children and them today are influenced by a certain demographic.
Mm-hmm.
And since they pull out, got out to these schools and some parents stop going to church and all these other things, it creates a havoc.
Okay. Yeah. All right, man. I think that call about you see the part with God and religion and spirituality and that kind of thing. I think that real lacking in society today, boy. I had to believe that. I'm telling you. Morning.
Yeah, morning, Stefan. Morning. You hear me?
Yeah, my brother. Go ahead. Loud and clear.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't take long, but until the government decide to close that promenade for a while. Now the police has been there within, up to yesterday I realized around 2:30, a van park up by Church's Chicken, one park up on more by KFC side. You understand? Because there's waiting on the children and them too. But like as the children and them realize them vehicle, them move, you have to check the time of the video because like the police has been there, but the police and them not staying. I don't know why they're not staying, and that promenade is supposed to be a passing area only for now, because all the criminal activity that was rejected in the communities, it come and settle itself on the promenade now, because you cannot do these things in the community no more. So what they do now, they bring that kind of business to the capital. They're fighting, they're thieving, they're robbing, they're doing everything on the promenade. Shut it down like how you shut down CPAP. Shut down the promenade, no vending. Make it a passing area, even remove the benches and all if it's possible. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
All right, no problem. And that's the thing with these school children, eh? They know. They ain't stupid, you know. They know it have a police by the corner there, so let me, yeah. But as they go on, it's true what he's saying. Bacchanal start. They know. They know, and we can't, you see, you can't police them 24 hours a day. You can't be up under them, following them all over the place. But, I mean, things will happen. But why, especially these girls, boy, why it is they continue to behave in this manner? Morning.
Yes, sir, for morning.
You're going to school to
the police
to
got
look for
charged.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the police got charged them children for fighting, you know, because under the Summary Offences Act, it have a charge called disturbing the peace, fighting. Charge them, put them before the court.
Right.
You understand? Let the parents and them see, because watch my, some children will be saint at home. And when they go in school, there's demons, you know.
Yeah.
You understand? Some parents will tell you, my child is a nice child, my child is do this, my child this. And that time when they go on outside, there's a pest. But then people kick up a fuss when the former Prime Minister call them wild hyenas in the African jungle, you know. But that's how they behaving. You understand? So you trying to send your child to school to get education, and then other children bullying them, harassing them, fighting. Come on, man, charge them, put them before the court, let the mother and them get embarrassed. Because I remember in Montauk, Junior Sec, back then it was Junior Sec, a little boy was given real trouble. Watch me, the boy father is a prison officer and his mother is a school teacher. So he come from no background.
Right.
So you understand? Saint at home and demon outside. That to deal with them, charge them, put them before the courts.
All right. No problem. All right, I got a hold up there. I got a hold up there, people. Oh, God, but I know. Oh, God, yes, I know. I can't take no more. Be out of time. All right, but I tell you what. 27 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock, we got set while the board coming on for 10 minutes. You can take down that. Look. If I was the devil, and I wanted to be, I wanted to take you away from spirituality and God, and I give you a device like this to live on. Yeah, fellas? And I give you a device like this to live on. And especially with these children on them, they're always on IG, they're on TikTok, they're on everything, all them social media platforms, they're following this one, they're following that one. And unfortunately, a lot of the people that they're following now, we don't follow people, or the majority of people, I would say, are not following positive influencers. They are following people that whose product and their brand is based on promiscuity, violence, things like that. Right? Whether it is from music to whatever. Right? Or what do you call it? Oh gosh, I'm looking for the word will come to me in a little bit, eh? Oh God, they're following people who, oh gosh, I know the word right on the tip of my tongue, over. It's just one of those moments happen. Vain, yeah, people who vain, you know. It's people like that they keep following. People with no substance, really, you know. People with who just looking to rack up views and likes and everything like that. And they know how the world operates, they know how the thing works, and they put out content as it relates to that, you know, and then the algorithm picks it up. And these algorithms are very, listen, you see that algorithm thing? Is that people don't understand how serious that is, you know. People don't understand how serious that algorithm thing is, you know. It's the algorithm that feeds this, you know. and puts the content in your face, you know. Whatever you are into, you know. You will just, like, I'm sure the director and I, we might have different things that we like, right? Or things that we be interested in. And what pops up on his feed is not going to pop up on mine, you know. I'm going to get a totally different thing, you know. You understand? So, I mean, these things, this is the world that we're living in. But if I was the devil, this is what I do. And I say, here, look something to, and this takes you away from the Bible, and it takes you away from spirituality, and it takes you away, because the amount of time, they say scrolling, the addiction, scrolling is a more serious addiction than cocaine. You will sit down and scroll on this phone, and 2 hours will pass and you wouldn't even know. That's how I get robbed. Sitting down in my vehicle, scrolling, so going through TikTok and YouTube and things. And didn't realize that the neighbor went inside and the car and them done wash. And the man down the road who was smoking his cigarette, he done smoke his cigarette and went inside. And the neighbor on the next side done put out the garbage and gone in. And I alone on the street. You understand? That is how that is how scrolling is. It's very, very addictive. And once you scroll in here, you have time for God. You don't have time for them kind of thing in your life. So what do you expect will happen? You understand? You have a misguided generation. You know? That's where we are. One of the things I want to highlight before we take the break, of course, I have to remind you about the Breaking On Christmas party. I see a couple of our viewers already bought their tickets, and they sent me pictures of the tickets in hand, Stefan. Nice, man. I appreciate that support. I want you all to come out and have a good time. For the ladies and the gents, if they prefer, we have a wine bar. The wine bar will be alcoholic and non-alcoholic. So for the non-alcoholic drinker, it's a non-alcoholic wine for you two to sip on while you're taking all the entertainment and things like that. It was that sexy fella on the TV there. That fella look familiar, boy. Yep. If I had a twin, oh gosh, you should not do them that, you know. That's a double whammy there, you know. 2025 and ready for all that sexy. All right. We have Hanky Bannister. We have a new vodka on the market, a top of the line vodka called Vanguard Vodka. We're going to be featuring at the party as well. There will be other brands as well, the usual suspects, but these are some of the brands that we want to introduce you to. We have a lot of promotions taking place on the night. You know, things for the ladies, things for the gents. All right, and tons of entertainment. We have a live band. I will give all the information on all of that in time to come. We have guest artists passing through to perform. Last year, of course, you know, Farmer Nappy was the headliner. I can tell you now it's not Farmer Nappy. All right, so we like I said, everything that I'm doing this year with the Christmas party, I'm doing it bigger and better. So you all get your tickets. You could go to any sports and games outlet. That includes Trin City Mall, Gulf City Mall, Long Circular Mall, and West Mall, including Grand Bazaar, and they have one in Tunapuna and Price Plaza. So we cover Central, West, East, North, South, you name it. If you're in Tobago, you could go online at trinbagoevents.com and you could purchase a ticket online in Tobago. All right, so don't feel we leave you out. You have the online option. For those of you who prefer to order the ticket online as well, instead of going to sports and games, you could purchase online. So make sure and get your tickets as early as possible. This is the end of year event. We have some uptown guests coming through. All right, all you know, Arnold Roberts was there last year. Arnold Roberts ended up on the stage, all kind of thing, micing for Sensational Sammy. Don't ask me how that happened. It happened. So let me hope. I already say, right. And then come and enjoy yourself. You don't need a mic. All right, nice. Now, but he was there last year. He came out. He supported. My boy Brian Bake was out of the country last year, but he will be in the country this year. So he will be there, along with some other people, you know, that we are sending out some invites to. So, you know, it's going to be a terrific affair. December the 13th. Make sure on the lookout for it. Get your tickets. And, yeah, premium drinks inclusive, man. So pick up your tickets early, people. It's the Breaking Dawn Christmas party. This is the 3rd year, and we're going Winter Wonderland. Remember, you're wearing white, eh? White is the dress code. All right. The Demerara Bridge. There was a bridge that was built in Guyana. It was opened, I believe, yesterday. And it was open to traffic and so on and so forth. I want to show you this bridge very quickly here. Right? This is the Demerara Bridge. Or some people call it the Jagdeo Bridge. Jagdeo Bridge. But this bridge connects... Hold on, eh? Let me tell you, eh? Right. It connects the Heroes Highway to the west side. One video saying it's the Jagdeo Bridge, the other one saying the Demerara River Bridge. All right? Right, this is the start of the bridge. Did I start here? Fast forward, let me see. This is the main road. You went 3 minutes in? Skip forward to 3 minutes in. Yeah. It's coming up, right. So you're coming up to the bridge here now. This is in Guyana. All right? This is the newly built bridge. Look at that bridge. Across the water. Now, I know what you're going to think, eh? You're going to think, well, Stefan, why we can't build a bridge to Tobago? And I understand, I have asked that question for many years. But it have a lot to do with the water as well, eh? The water might be calmer there than the water between Trinidad and Tobago, between the 2 points there. But this structure was opened yesterday. Guyana is definitely in the heights of development. I think nobody could deny that. This is a serious investment that was made by the Guyanese government. There is another video, but it's about 10 minutes long, that I have here on how the bridge was built. But I didn't play this morning because it was over 10 minutes long. All right, but they explain how deep they went down into the water, the size of the supporting beams and things like that, the weight that it was tested for. You know, all of these little things were put out there in that video. It is on YouTube. You could go check it out. But this is a thing of beauty. Trust me. This is a thing of beauty. We don't have anything like this in Trinidad. We have anything like this in Trinidad? You understand? We don't have anything on this level in Trinidad and Tobago. All right? Now, Tobago's smaller, but in Trinidad, you know, we don't have a structure. We haven't invested into a project of this magnitude. Of course, when John Humphrey had the arc that he wanted to build to alleviate the traffic on going east, west, north, south, that of course was scrapped after the Pandey government was removed from office, was voted out of office, and then the Manning administration came in, and instead of the arc, which was a beautiful project laid out by John Humphrey, what we got was the overpass by Grand Bazaar. Okay, that's what we get. But if you all go back to the arc, and that whole, there was a video that was put out there, you will see how brilliant that project was, and if implemented and constructed, you would get an idea of how Trinidad and Tobago could have been in terms of, you know, that flow of traffic. But this is a magnificent piece of work. Big up the Guyanese government, man. They're definitely spending their money, you know, in a lot of ways to improve the lives of the citizens there in Guyana. And of course, the kind of wealth that Guyana has come into, it is, I mean, I could imagine where Guyana is going to be in 5 to 10 years' time. All right? So that's a new bridge in Guyana. With that, I want to remind you that Seth Viola Board is up next. And Seth has the Holistic Health Clinic. That's right. So it's powered by nutritional therapy and stop managing a disease when you could reverse it naturally. And, you know, cancer, diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, digestive disorders, hypertension, drug-free, supplement-free, root cause healing through nutritional therapy. Book your appointment today by calling or WhatsApping Seth on 279-3935 or 761-1952. Seth is up next. And the topic that we will be talking about for the next 10 minutes is point of no return. The point of no return. Stay tuned.
Ostomy care is a unique and intimate condition that can seem challenging for individuals afflicted by it. At Better Life Ostomy Care, they understand and offer a wide range of products and services that will allow ostomates to lead a better life. From colostomy and urostomy pouches, paste and powders, antibacterial wipes, Brava strips, deodorants, gloves, gauze, bed liners, and much, much more. They also have RNK available for ostomy home care with affordable starter packages. No need to look for nurse or supply. Everything is just a phone call away. Better Life Ostomy Care is located at number 4 Mosque Street, Caroni. You can call them at 308-6709 or 472-5878 or visit their website at www.betterlifeostomycareTT.com to find out more about their offerings. You can also write to them at betterlifeostomycareTT@gmail.com or find them on Facebook. Better Life Ostomy Care, servicing ostomates with a better quality of life.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Welcome to South Point Hotel Barbados, your gateway to a luxury oasis of tranquility, comfort, and impeccable service. Nestled along the popular south coast of Barbados, South Point Hotel is a true haven for those seeking relaxation, rejuvenation, and unforgettable experiences. From the moment you arrive, you'll be enveloped by an ambiance of serenity that effortlessly blends with the stunning flora and fauna surrounding you. The accommodations are spacious, elegant, and thoughtfully designed to ensure maximum comfort. Each room offers a perfect retreat where you can unwind, rejuvenate, and be pampered with the exceptional service of attentive staff. Indulge in the extraordinary at Driftwood, the in-house restaurant, where culinary excellence meets coastal charm. Driftwood's menu is a celebration of fresh, local ingredients, expertly crafted to create a dining experience that will take your palate on a delightful gastronomic journey the Bajan way. Whether you're here to relax by the pool, enjoy a delicious meal, or explore the enchanting beaches nearby, every moment at South Point Hotel is crafted to exceed your expectations. Book your stay today and immerse yourself in the luxury oasis that South Point Hotel offers. Discover a destination where every detail is thoughtfully curated for your enjoyment. South Point Hotel Barbados, creating memories that last a lifetime. For reservations, email them at reservations@southpointhotelbarbados.com or call 1246-424-7744 or check out the website www.southpointbarbados.com.
Have you thought about where you're going for lunch today? Well, Tante's Creole Food serves the best in local dishes at a great price. They're located at Altars Panyard, Duke Street, Port of Spain. They offer the best in Creole, Chinese, and curry dishes. Don't miss their after-work special and soup Saturdays. It's cow heel, oxtail, pigtail, and chicken foot soup. And also, fish broth is on the menu. Give them a call or WhatsApp 734-3398 or simply visit them at the All-Star Panyard, Duke Street, Port of Spain. Safe and secure parking is also available. Tante's Creole Food, the best in town. Check them out today.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator sports, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both farm foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Open Minds Education, Trinidad and Tobago. Hear me now. Click in, level up. School up on your phone, you know.
Learn today, lead tomorrow. We're ready for your growth. Farm 5C6 adult class, take the oath. No traffic, no stress, just log in and post. Open Minds Education, TNT we both.
You want pass exam? Cool, we sort that. Replay the lesson till the knowledge lock back. Real teacher with feedback, no copy, no charge.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsain, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
All right, people, so we're back, and just before the break, we showed you the bridge, the new bridge in Guyana. It is the Barra Jagdeo Bridge, named after the once president of Guyana, but it's a tremendous project. You know, congratulations to the Guyanese government on completing that project, boy. That's, yeah, nice progress. So we got Seth Wyoul aboard with us this morning. Seth is back from Panama. I wonder if you have on a Panama hat this morning. So the point of no return is the topic this morning. Seth, morning to you, man. How was Panama?
Good morning, Stephen Reese and all of our viewers. It was quite excellent, good experience. So this is actually the first time I'm venturing further than Tobago since the whole COVID fiasco. You know, that's what I have to call it.
Fiasco is the right word, yeah.
Yeah, so it was quite a good experience, which actually inspired what I'm going to talk about this morning. And that has to do with understanding the point of no return.
Right.
All right. Now, everybody in aviation would understand that terminology, the point of no return.
Right.
All right. And that's where you have, when you're taking flight, you know, you have enough fuel to get you to your destination. All right. Mm-hmm. And if you stay in flight, the point of no return is where you have burned through enough fuel that if you turn back, you wouldn't make it back to land. You don't have enough fuel to make it back to land. You could only continue on your course until you reach your destination. All right?
Okay.
So, what, you know, the whole traveling experience there inspired me to come up with an analogy that could help people understand this thing a little better. All so, right. As human beings, we are land-based creatures. Right?
Right.
We were never designed to be in flight, right? Because we are not designed for flying.
Right.
Now think of being in flight as representative of being diseased or being treated for a disease.
Okay.
Now, a lot of people, the reason why people are sick is because when you are online, you are doing things that you're not supposed to do. So you develop a health issue. And you go to a healthcare system, whether it's the allopathic medical system, whether it's the naturopathic system, or the herbal system. That is going to take you to a new destination, or supposed to take you to a new destination.
Okay.
Right? Because we are land-based creatures, so it takes you up in flight, and the goal, or supposed to be the goal, is to take you to a new destination. But what you usually hear is that you have to manage this disease, manage this illness. That means they're telling you that you need to stay in flight. That's what medication and stuff is.
Okay.
That's what supplementing is. That's what taking herbs and tonics is. It's keeping you in flight.
All right.
But the problem is when they tell you have to stay on these products, that is not taking you to a new destination. That is keeping you in flight. So you're in the air, going around in circles with no destination to get to. Because they're telling you that you have to manage this disease, you have to manage this illness. That is not taking you back down to the ground.
So the tower is giving you no confirmation that you can come in for landing.
Correct.
Right.
So what's going to happen? While you are in flight, you are not connected to anything. You have to rely on your own reserves. Your own reserves. So you're up there burning through your reserves, and your reserves are your body's nutrition. Remember I did that segment talking about the muscle mass and stuff of the body, how it's your biological bank.
Yeah.
So while you are there, you are burning through your reserves. You're going to be losing nutrients because to stay in flight, you need fuel.
Right.
But you haven't come back down to the ground to get your fuel. So you're up there burning through your reserves. And eventually, you're going to reach a point of no return where you don't have enough fuel to get back to land.
Okay.
And what's going to eventually happen? You're going to run out of fuel, and then you're going to come crashing down.
Okay.
That happens all the time. I've seen it time and time again. And this is the difference with nutritional therapy. Nutritional therapy takes you to your destination. There is a destination in sight, which is not to manage disease. As I've clearly stated over the years, we are not about disease management. We are about disease reversal.
Yeah.
Right? Taking you from an unhealthy state to a healthy state. So there's a clear destination in sight.
Right.
We are land-based creatures. We are not designed to stay in flight. We are not designed to be stuck up there. Right?
Yeah.
Because there is nothing that is going to fuel us while in the air. We need to touch ground. So nutritional therapy takes us to that destination, focuses on refueling. There is no product, I always tell people there's no product that I'm selling. If I'm selling a product, it means that I am keeping you in flight. Because that is profit based. I want you to stay on a product because it continues to earn money, finances for me. That is why they want you on a product. Pharmaceuticals want you on a product. The naturopathics want you on a product. The herbalists want you on a product. Because it keeps you in flight. It does not deal with the root cause of your problems. You are land-based creatures. The land is supposed to provide you with what you need, not specific supplementations and drugs and all of these pharmaceuticals and stuff that you have to get from a particular individual.
Right.
Right? So, nutritional therapy is supposed to be your first choice, not your last. Because I've had many people, Stefan, coming to me after they have reached the point of no return. They don't have enough fuel to get to any destination.
Right.
Right? I've seen that time and time again. They come to me where they have exhausted all of their reserves. And when they exhaust, the reason why they come to me is because after they have tried the other systems for so long and realize it is not working, that's when they would come to me, because now they want to try something different. But they are unaware of the fact that they have already burned through their reserves, and any destination is too far. They don't have enough fuel to take them there.
Right.
And that's a lot of people that have come to me who on palliative care, right?
Okay.
Where the hospitals, the clinic, all of them just tell them, yeah, just take some medication to help you with the pain, but we can no longer do anything else for you. And that's why I've been saying nutritional therapy is supposed to be your first resort, not your last. Your first resort, because we have to deal with issues up front. The reason why people are sick, Stefan, is because they are depleting their reserves. How are they depleting their reserve? They're consuming things that they shouldn't be consuming. They are consuming toxins that is blocking nutrient absorption, that is causing harm and damage to the body. And this is what nutritional therapy corrects. But you can't continue under a system where you are continuously harming, damaging the body, still eating the things that are damaging the system. And after years of being under that, when you realize that what they are giving you isn't working, then you want to make the change.
Yeah.
Right?
But let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know, or how does an individual know that they are approaching that point of no return? Are there signs that you get telling you that, look, I'm reaching a point here where I'm around the corner from death? If you understand where I'm coming from. Because I would imagine that is where the point of no return is.
Right.
The
So
only
the
thing
point
after
of no
that
return
is death.
Right. So the point of no return is where your fuel has depleted below half. So you have a little less than half tank.
Okay.
Which means you still have almost half tank, but just not enough to take you back to where you started.
Okay.
All right? So how do you realize that you're heading to that point of no return, or you have reached that point of no return? I would rather people realize that they're heading to it before they reach it. Is your diseases continue to progress. So when you notice, okay, I have a health issue, but now I have to increase the doses of my medication, you are heading to that point of no return. If you realize I have gotten another disease on top of the one I had, so you start off with hypertension. Now you notice you're hypertensive and you're diabetic. Oh, you're heading to that point of no return. Or you start off diabetic, and now you see hypertension creeping. Or you start to get some vision issues, or you start to get some digestive issues. Anytime you start accumulating another illness, so you have a stomach issue, but then it develops into, apart from just a minor stomach pain, you now have acid reflux, right? Or IBS. You are heading to that point of no return. As soon as diseases start to compile, that is indicating that what you are doing is not fixing your problem. You are just focusing on symptom suppression, and that is what medication, supplementation, herbal tonics, and the naturopathic methods of using supplements, that is all that is focused on. It is not root cause based, because root cause requires no supplementation. Root cause is not having you to live off of supplements.
Right.
It is about addressing what is actually causing the problem, refeeding the body, supplying your body with proper nutrients, replenishing your reserves.
Right.
Once you notice things like your muscles deteriorating, you're losing mass, you are heading to that point of no return, because it means your body is tapping into its reserves. And we need to be mindful of that, because I noticed something with a lot of people that come to see me. Almost all of them would say things like, well, they notice they start to lose muscle mass. They start to get a little smaller. Once you see that happening, it's something we take for granted, but that is a major, major warning sign. And I can't emphasize how big of a warning sign that is. You see that muscle loss taking place that people take for granted, that is one of the biggest signs that you are draining your reserves. And if you continue to drain your reserves, you are in trouble. A lot of people in the hospital, when they die, they didn't die from the actual illness that they went in for, you know. They died because their reserves were too low.
Okay.
They have gotten too small. Once you lose 50% of your muscle mass, that is it. There's absolutely nothing nobody in the world could do for you.
Really?
And people are too late in responding to that. They are too late in observing that. Muscle loss and muscle wastage is a major, major indication of you reaching that point of no return.
Yeah.
And these are things people need to address. All right? And I've told people, do not make nutritional therapy your last resort. It needs to be your first resort. It can work alongside the allopathic system. And then, when I say work alongside, temporarily, because eventually, once you're on nutritional therapy, eventually the allopathic system would fall off because you are going to heal the body, and therefore you would not need any medication to help suppress symptoms because you're going to be healing the root cause. And that's what people need to understand. Nutritional therapy can work along with, right? Along with, but it cannot work at the end. So you can't just stay to the allopathic method, taking all the drugs and stuff, and when they say, well, we can't really do anything else for you, then you want to come to nutritional therapy.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
And that's the mistake people making.
All right. Well, Seth, well, we're out of time, but thanks a lot for that. People, I hope you paid attention so that you have the little signs, the little signals of when you are reaching that point of no return. Obviously, we have, Seth has always stated in the segment that, you know, whatever problem that you have, it can be reversed, but you cannot wait till you reach that point of no return and then expect a miracle to happen. It don't work like that. So, Seth, I want to thank you. People, the number is on the screen, of course. You could contact Seth Wires Holistic Health Clinic. You can call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 7611952. Make the call today and get started with Seth, man. Seth, thanks a lot.
Thanks for having me.
No problem.
Glad to be back.
Yeah, man. Where you went shopping in Panama, by the way?
I was in Albrook Mall for most of the time. I probably visited that mall about 4 times.
And it's affordable?
Panama is very affordable. Remember the Panama Canal, because of a lot of trade going through there, they have a lot of cheaper prices. So you are getting, if you know where to shop. The outlet places, they usually have same standardized prices around the world. But when you go to stores like El Costo and so forth, you are getting things at such cheap prices. I want to tell you, excellent for shopping. Excellent for shopping.
All right. Because we headed to Panama in November. We're going to be doing breaking on from Panama.
Yeah, once you reach, message me, I'll let you know where to go, and you'll get some really good stuff. And they also have, these tax-free zones, right? The duty-free zones, right, that you can go to as well. So even better.
All right, nice one. Chris, you hear that, eh? Chris, you hear that, right? All right, Chris. Later, Seth.
All right, then. Take care.
Yeah, man. All right. So with that, we're going to take the final break. But we are headed to Panama in November. We will do Breaking On will be coming to you live from Panama. I might do the show in a Panama hat, man. Yeah, that will be the vibes. So stay tuned. We got the birthdays coming up after this final break, and then we wrap up for today's. Don't go anywhere. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And the Breaking Dawn Christmas party is here, people. Saturday, December the 13th, Center of Excellence Garden Sanctuary from 6 p.m. to 12 midnight. Get your tickets now. This is a premium drinks inclusive. You can get your tickets at the following outlets. All Sports and Games. Sports and Games in Grand Bazaar, Tunapuna, Trin City Mall, Price Plaza, Long Circular Mall, Gulf City Mall and West Mall. That's 7 locations. You can also get tickets at Raj Bar in St. Augustine, or you can get your tickets online. For those of you in Tobago, go online at trinbagoevents.com and purchase your tickets. Get your tickets early. We have live entertainment, like I said, premium drinks inclusive, food on sale, and it is Winter Wonderland this year, so the dress code is wear white. I will see you at the Center of Excellence Garden Sanctuary on Saturday, 13th of December for the Breaking Dawn Christmas party. And remember, part proceeds go to children with cerebral palsy.
Greetings to you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, the sweet Rose of Sharon and the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. I am Ezekiel Johnson Fort, and I am pleasured to inform you of the newest branch of the Christian Union Church, Trinidad and Grenada District, San Juan Revival Ministries. If you are desiring prayer, healing, or that closer connection to the Heavenly Father, then the place to be is at San Juan Revival Ministries. And allow me to ask you one question. Are you living a life without Jesus Christ? Do you desire freedom from spiritual bondage? Then the only solution to your problem is Him. In the book of Matthew, chapter 11 and verses 28, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And this is mostly speaking to those of you who are Christians and you might not have a place to fellowship. Come, fellowship with us at the Christian Union Church San Juan Revival Ministries. Come, be edified and equipped by the word of God preached by the man of God, Senior Reverend Bishop Dave Donation. You will be empowered by the move of the Holy Spirit of the living God. Come and be comforted. If you desire to be an environment that shows compassion and care for your spiritual needs, growth, and development, then fellowship with us at number 1 Bagatelle Corner, Saddle Road, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I look forward to seeing you there, and God bless you all, and may the peace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you now and always. God bless you all.
Calling all choir. This is TNT's first gospel choir event of its kind. It's finally here. This is Divine Harmony. Choirs from all over the country will vie for over $250,000 in prizes. Semi-final round, the East-West Corridor, Saturday, September 20th. Central and South Trinidad, Saturday, September 27th. And Tobago, Saturday, October 4th. To register, call 719-9599. TNT, get ready. This is Divine Harmony.
Everybody sing it. The season of lights is bright and tasty with Royal Castle's delightful veggie burger made with a healthy and nutritious patty. It's great on its own or in a combo with one side and a 16-ounce drink. So whether it's lunch, dinner, or a snack, Royal Castle's veggie burger fits right in with your fasting and festivities. Happy Diwali from Royal Castle.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility, which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secure parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
All right, so we're back, and we're going to get ready to wrap up here. You know, I was telling the guys a little story there about Panama. I remember my mother mentioned it the other day to me the other day as well, when I told her I'd be heading to Panama in November. She mentioned it, but I remember my father always telling me that, you know, he said, me and your mother went to Panama, you know. You know, and he said we went to Roberto Duran house. Because Roberto Duran was a boxer. My father used to back Roberto Duran. That was a boxer, Hansa Stone. And he said when you go to the house, he said it have a big picture with Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard, where Duran hit him. And as he hit him, how the picture is he hit him here so, and all his sweat flying off his head and all kind of thing. He said, boy, we see that picture. I always remember my old man tell me about that, you know. Yeah, man, Panama boy, I ain't lying, he had real like Roberto Duran, He used to talk about Roberto Duran. Two boxers my father used to talk about plenty. Roberto Duran and Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Two big boxers. All you ain't gonna know about them. That is in the days of Thomas Hitman Hearns and them fellas, and all you ain't gonna know about them boxers. All you know about these boxers and them today, these jokey boxers today. I mean, I didn't follow boxing to the point where I'm up to date with it, but back in the day, boxing was way more competitive, but it was bigger. But I'll never forget that. Marvelous Marvin Hagler and Roberto Duran. And I think Hagler get robbed in that fight against Sugar Ray Leonard, that last fight with the fight. I think Hagler beat him. But nevertheless, Sugar Ray, by the way, Sugar Ray Leonard was a masterclass boxer as well. You know? I remember my father telling me when he and Duran meet the first time, Duran beat him. And the second time, they put him in a bigger ring so Sugar Ray could run from him. I remember he used to tell me all of that. But yeah, old man was a big boxing fan, man. You know, God rest his soul. All of that, my father used to have me say, no, watching, you know, boxing, all kind of sports. You know. Anyway, birthdays. We want to give a shout out to a father who celebrated his 70th birthday on the 1st of October. So to Dad, they just put shout out to my dad. He celebrated his birthday on the 1st of October. They didn't put Dad's name, but the email is coming from Genevieve. So Genevieve's father, happy birthday to you. Genevieve Duki. Also, want to take this time to wish my daughter Melody a happy 9th birthday. May all her dreams and wishes come true and continue to shine as the bright star that you are. Coming from your loving family, your mom Maria, your sisters Kiara and Daria, your grandparents Dulcina and Michael, and aunties, uncles and cousins. Melody, happy birthday. Also, hey, Chauvin, don't miss that, boy. So, the original champion himself, Dwayne Bravo, celebrates his birthday today. And Bravo, happy birthday to you, man. And of course, Bravo is one of the ambassadors for sport for Trinidad and Tobago now, and came off a successful CPL with TKR. So, Dwayne Bravo, happy birthday to you. Hope you have a blessed and fantastic day, man. All right, and this is coming from your fans and, of course, the TKR family and all of us here at Breaking Dawn, as well as Chauvin Hill, who seems to know when everybody's birthday is. All right. Birthday blessings going out to Therese Matura. This is coming from your dad, Terry, your mom, Tashera, your brother, Tyreek, your grandfather, David, your grandmother, Thelma, and your grandmother, Dulcie. Uncles, aunties, and cousins, and may God continue to bless you always. All right. We got 3 more. We would also like to say happy birthday going out to Austin, coming down from his grandmother, Liz, and Papa Knox. So, Austin, happy birthday to you, man. And a loving wife, mother, and wonderful friend who has spent her life helping others. May God grant you good health and happiness. And that goes out to Grace Mohammed. So, Grace, happy birthday to you. And, you know, this is coming on from Lydia and the rest of the family and, you know, your whole circle. And finally, happy 19th birthday to firstborn granddaughter, Candy. She's the first of my 7 granddaughters. May God continue to bless her with health, strength, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Love you always, infinity and beyond. Mama Suzuki. All right, so this goes out to Candy, 19 years old. All right. So with that, people, that's it for today. We wrap up. Tomorrow we have Behind the Badge. Acting ASP Pitt will be joining us tomorrow. And we're going to deal with some of those, what has been classified as extrajudicial killings by the police. We're going to deal with that. And of course, we have Pastor John on tomorrow as well, and we'll see what else we can slip in and take some calls. But until then, have a great day. And remember, get your tickets to the Breaking Dawn Christmas Party. Saturday, December the 13th is the day. The code is Wear White. Winter Wonderland is the theme. Premium drinks inclusive. We cannot wait for that date. We cannot wait to see you there. I have a lot of work to put in as it relates to that. So, I'm going to get down to business today. And we will see you there on Saturday, the 13th of December. Get those tickets. All sports and games outlets or online at trinbagoevents.com. And you can also get tickets at Rajba in St. Augustine. Goodbye. Until tomorrow. We out.
Good morning. Welcome to Breaking Dawn.